All right, another FTP drop is finally here. We thought it was going to drop like 2 months ago. Not the case. We thought it was going to drop last weekend since FTP usually drops end of the month. Not the case. They pushed it back another week. It's going to be dropping tomorrow, Saturday, as always. It's going to be May 1st at noon, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can calculate what that will be for you. And having such a big gap between the last FTP drop, this is going to be a very large drop. They've been posting a ton of stuff. We're going to take a look at the lookbook as well as a bunch of the leaks that we've been seeing, just to give you guys an idea of what will be dropping tomorrow. So with that being said, we'll move over to the lookbook, like I said, which I hate that they always put these on autoplay, so it just like rotates on its own. But anyway, as you can see, lookbook feature is Tommy Chong, famous from Cheech and Chong. Maybe before a lot of your guys' times, before my time for sure, but those movies were still like, they're a classic, so I'm sure you've heard of them. But you can see him rocking a white anorak, I believe, anorak, like 3/4, half zip, whatever you want to call it. You got a little zip pouch in the front, and then it looks like a rubberized FTP patch down on the bottom, and then flip it over on the back, and you have this big graphic, which I'm not crazy about the graphic, but it definitely needs something back there. Maybe if you remove the little like spray painter dude holding the shotgun, it looks like, then maybe I'd like it. I don't mind the spell out for the FTP stuff, but I'm not big on the graphics of the like character graphics that they've done for a lot of the pieces in this collection or this drop. So you'll see some more kind of done in a similar style, but I think they could have done without that, but it still, feeds into the design, I think. Nonetheless, the guy just like tagged on the back, but for me, that makes this piece a skip. So moving forward, we also have this classic like FTP spell out. I wasn't following FTP back when they did pieces like this, but I think this is a really old spell out, or like a really old logo, I guess, whatever you want to call it, using the like jail yard font, some like prison font. But yeah, other than that, looks like it's in a tan colorway. Maybe it doesn't really look like it's white. It looks like it might be like a tan or like a beige. Moving forward, got some more stuff going on, and it's kind of hard to tell if this is like actually a chain or not, but you can see a little bit of distortion here, and from the fact that Zach posted a leak of these like chain graphic t-shirts, you can tell that this is just a t-shirt. So this is just a graphic on it. I don't know, maybe people will vibe with it. It looks kind of cool closed like this, but when you get it just the shirt, like if you're just rocking the tee, it's going to look kind of lame in my opinion, because I don't think there's a back print, so it doesn't go all the way around, so it looks a little bit tacky. Reminds me of the like fake shirt tuxedos. But what else we got going on? We have this reversible bomber all over FTP quilted. Is this quilted? I'm not sure if this would be considered quilted, but it's like ribbed or whatever, and it's got the all over FTP print, and then the other side is just a solid color. I believe on the sleeve they have an upside down American flag. So that's that. I think the bombers are all right. The material, I will say, we saw some close-up leaks of them a while back, and I don't know if I was really feeling the material. And then the bottoms, we get a look at the pants. They have a full suit, even a bucket hat coming along with this like heaven and hell, Jesus and Satan graphic, where Jesus is kind of frowning, Satan's kind of smiling, and then you have FTP doodled all around. So moving forward, we have just that. We got the top, which looks like a work jacket, and then on the top, of course, we got that bucket that I mentioned, which has a lot smaller print compared to everything else. I will say, though I'm not the biggest fan of the design, I think they should have matched the size of the pattern at least. I don't know. And then for the t-shirt, they have, this is some like a play on an old drug like drug infomercial or like cartoon warning people against drugs, where it's like, this is the eyes of somebody who's addicted to drugs, but instead of that they say like FTP, somebody who's tried FTP, somebody who's addicted to FTP, and somebody who is addicted to FTP and can no longer get it, and then just different cases of like a worsening face. So kind of a classic FTP style design, kind of edgy. and a play on one of those like old comic graphics. So I appreciate that one. I like this one. He's just cheesing, and then he's got the hat that is just definitely way too small for his dome. As far as the shirt goes, I think this is weak. I think this is a very weak FTP design. Flip it over on the back, and once again the hat just way too small, and you get a look at the FTP graphic, which California skyline, I believe, they're in California. It says destroying communities one at a time, FTP. You got some silhouettes of people like doing illegal activities, I guess, like stealing, trading cash, robbing, and somebody just with an AK. So I don't know, the art style behind it is just like a little too corny. I don't know. We also have this one, which I don't mind the FTP arc logo. The FTP arc looks fine. I think it's done in embroidery, I want to say, but the 2010 intertwined with it, spaced out between the FTP letters, I don't care for it at all. I saw a lot of people saying the same thing, that the 2010 just kind of ruins it. And I think the 2010 is actually a screen print, but yeah, established 2010, so that's what that's there for, but just not feeling that part of it. We also have this, which I'm not exactly sure what type of jacket this would be considered. Maybe a work jacket. It does have a corduroy collar, which is kind of cool. And then you have the FTP spell across the chest, and then also going vertically, maybe down the sleeves. Though I see an N. Yeah. Population. Yeah, it looks like that's what it's spelling out down the sleeves as well. And then if you look closely, probably hard for you guys to see, there is a play on the USPS logo. So you got that going on there. You can see the like head of the eagle that the USPS uses, and then it just says FTP International something below that. Which is kind of interesting because I think USPS just tried suing Nike for using their likeness on like an Air Force One or something. So interesting. We also have this one. I don't know, just an oval that says FTP with some wings and a halo. Not sure what, I don't know, just an oval with wings and a halo, I guess. So here's another kind of character that they made holding an atom bomb, or maybe not an atom bomb, but a decent sized bomb of some sort with an FTP cap. And then here's the side of one of the FTP bombers. They also had a black colorway when I saw the leak, but you can see the material just kind of like looks a little goofy. It's almost like plasticky or like rubbery almost. I don't know. I wasn't really feeling it. I do like this upside down American flag with FTP instead of the stars, though. I think that is cool. So we have this circular logo, another oval with a cursive FTP spell out. Pretty simple, nothing special. I will also note there's a black colorway for that Jesus and Satan Heaven and Hell set. We have this kind of spray paint stencil FTP spell out, which there'll be stickers for. And then we have a black colorway for that anorak as well that we first saw. Moving forward, we have a full set. These are also shorts down below of this kind of Public Enemy style design where you just got FTP in the crosshairs. And then I think we got a couple more pictures. All right, another tracksuit, I suppose. We got the top track jacket, which it looks kind of like green, but this is actually gray, basing it off of some other leaks that were leaked a while back. So it's like gray and white. I don't know. The in-hand pictures, I will say, like this picture right here, the suit looks pretty good. But the in-hand pictures of it made it look pretty cheap and kind of whack. So passing on it for that reason. The bottoms, it's all right. Half the crotch has FTP on it in a different color. I do think the hat has potential. I'd like to see a side view of the hat to see how that FTP spell out looks on the hat, so where we only get like the little part. And then they got the upside down flag. Maybe it'd be cooler to do FTP on the flag, but you already have FTP on the side, so I don't know, a cool like camp hat silhouette though nonetheless. We also have the FTP Baseball Jersey, which, take note, this is buttoned up and it doesn't line up that well, so keep that in mind. I'm not too sure how many people rock the baseball jerseys completely buttoned up anyway, though. On the sleeve it says Death Series instead of like World Series or anything like that. gun barrel cursive font. I always thought this was kind of cool. There's also like a red or an orange colorway, kind of hard to tell from the pictures. And then we have a Nintendo type design, or GameCube type design, which just has FTP going down as a square. It's alright. They could have done more with it though, in my opinion. I feel like they could have done something a little bit more with that. And then this was teased a long time ago. I guess a lot of this stuff has been teased a long time ago. I told you it's been a while since the last FTP drop, and they've been, hyping this one up or saying it's going to drop for a long time. So we get this FTP all over skull. So the skull is actually made up of a bunch of tiny FTPs, and it actually looked like they were going to do a glow in the dark one. So maybe we will also see a glow in the dark colorway for this. If not the t-shirt, at least the hoodie, the like full zip hoodie. I think they may have shown off a glow in the dark one. I don't know. And then it looks like we also have some pants that just have FTP going down. Some sweatpants, a little FTP beanie. Maybe they'll be dropping beanies for the summer. And that brings us full circle for the lookbook. So moving on over to FTP Leaks on Instagram, a great account for just archiving everything. We have a bunch of stickers for that like spray paint one that we saw. Maybe we'll see the tees in some fashion, some sort of colorway for this as well. The only one we saw on the website in the lookbook was this kind of magenta purplish one, so maybe we'll see the other ones. We also have a t-shirt for the Anorak graphic, the little dude spray paint there. We have a different colorway for that GameCube graphic, another colorway for that tracksuit jacket, like a navy and light blue. What else we got going on? That little kid that we saw comes on a yellow tee, pretty blurry, I know. Here's a look at that like fake chain t-shirt, but the white colorway. I think the one we saw was black. And then like I was saying, it just stops right here instead of like having a back graphic, which if it did have a back graphic, it'd look a little weird because the necklace doesn't really go that far, but I don't know. I would have just passed on that design maybe. Moving forward, here's that graphic that we saw the middle part for. Like I said, pinpoint eyes of a child who has been subjected to but can no longer obtain FTP. So things like that. A different colorway for that crew neck, the 2010 one. You can see embroidery and then screen print. Really telling from the sun shining on it. Shows the details of both the application styles. Looks like they were working on some type of all-over print for that GameCube design, which I feel like that would have been maybe a little bit more interesting. I don't know. RIP, DMX, and then, let's see, they also showed off ping pong paddles a while ago. Here's the clothing rack, which Zach always has these things, and then he'll show them off like right before the drop, what they got dropping. So you can see right here we have a different colorway for the baseball jersey, that red one I was talking about. There's the black bomber over there. We have a white colorway for that like Public Enemy bullseye style design, and other than that it's kind of hard to tell what everything else is. Here's a look at the bomber, the black colorway. Just both of them have that bright orange inside, and then the reversible, that orange side is an all-over print for both of them as well. Let's see what else we got. Looks like we have a duffel bag. This is what I was talking about with the like glow-in-the-dark one, whereas before it was white. I think they might be dropping green ones that are glow-in-the-dark. We'll see. We got a bunch of skate decks that they've shown off. You can see right here. Got all these like FTPs, just plain spell out ones, vertical spell out. One of that little kid with the bomb, and then this like graffiti girl, which I think they might have dropped the graffiti girl one not too long ago. They had like a little small drop, if you guys remember, to tide people over. But yeah, looks like we have an ashtray that has this design as well. We saw it on that t-shirt and then the website header. Here's a close-up of the jacket, which definitely shows it in a different lighting, which right here I think it just looks tacky. And then here's what I was talking about with the website, where it looks like they're gonna have some glow-in-the-dark stuff. They had it on a billboard as well. And let's actually see how long ago this was. Yeah, February 2nd, so it's been a long time since they've been teasing this stuff. And I think that's pretty much it. We got to look at like a zipped up version of the hoodie, but yeah, I think that's about it. So what do you guys think of the drop? Are you guys excited? Personally, I'm a little underwhelmed by what's going on. I feel like, you know, there have been better FTP drops. I feel like the one they had last fall or whenever it was, that previous one was pretty good, where they had the hats with the little like face mask coverings, and then had the ski masks. That was a really good drop whenever that was. I like that one for sure. But let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'll go live. I usually go live for the revenge drops. Maybe if I'm not up to anything tomorrow, I'll go live around drop time, which is once again noon Pacific Standard Time. So keep an eye out for that if I do go live. Other than that, good luck going for whatever you decide to go for. There will be other pieces, I'm sure, that haven't been teased. You know, there's usually some surprises with these big drops. But thank you for watching as always, and I'll catch you in the next video.